Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome to another one of these casual game dev streams. How are you doing everyone? We're on Twitch as well, if people are interested in that. The bot was supposed to ping people over on Discord, but it doesn't look like it's actually pinged anyone. So, that's kind of useless. I don't know why it hasn't done that. Oh no, it has. So it's sent out the message I just see, but it hasn't actually used the ping. It's just literally typed at live streams, but it hasn't done anything. So that's kind of useless, but it tried. So, who have we got in the chat? I see we've got a few people dropping in. We've got Maskman, Jumper123, Pumpkin Chicken, Rosa Senka, 28 Stab Wounds, Sean Boy Studios, NPC, Koala King, Torak 98, Skelly, Dabebi. Hello, hello, hello. Great to see you all. So if you haven't watched any of these streams at all so far, yeah, we're kind of making some sort of Five Nights at Freddy's in Teddy type thing. As for how serious this project is, I haven't really fully committed to that yet. But we're playing around with it. So the project that we have so far, I will open it up for you. It's called our Dodgy Five Nights at Freddy's thing, or maybe it's a FNAT thing. There it is. We'll get rid of our text, get that out of the way. This is one of the rooms we made. It's actually in the main Teddy daycare map, but we've just gone and we've sort of modified the map. So you might recognize these doors here, these double doors, because this is actually normally where the garden would be. And then we've gone and added on an extension to the map. So now there is this area here, mixing things up. Someone's saying they can't join the Discord. I don't know where that would be. Have you been banned? I hope you haven't been banned. Hello everyone who's watching on Twitch. I see Candy Kid, Richard. Richard wants mod. How can I give mod to Richard? I think we type /mod here. This Twitch command /mod. There we go. Richard should be a mod now, I think. There we go. Cool. Yeah, the Twitch area is a little bit lowly. Hello, the man behind the massacre, and damn Daniel. Hey everyone, Mr. Blob. So I think, yeah, we've got this security room as well. And we've got this dining area. And this kitchen with the table update. We've done a little bit of the lighting. And we're talking about maybe having cribs over here and stuff. And we've hidden a few security cameras around the map. These are just like placeholders at the moment. We haven't actually done anything with them really. But we might use them later on. So I think today's stream, we're probably going to be trying to set up the cameras. We need to set up the lighting as well, because it's a bit annoying everything being quite so dark. Obviously I could just like turn up the ambience so I can see what I'm doing. But then it's not spooky, is it? I want to keep it spooky at the same time. But if you have any ideas for this game, then sure, let me know what you think. We were kind of debating on the previous stream what sort of direction to go in, because I'm thinking this should probably be multiplayer, which means having potentially the players as the babies, a bit like in Teddy. But then there's going to be someone who works as security. It then has to look after all the babies. and then maybe the actual Teddy monster and so on is going to be just a bot. But that could be player controlled as well. Possibly. I'm not quite sure. It's sort of playing about with it. Really, no definite plan as of yet. So let's try and get these cameras working, shall we? I think that's a good way to proceed. So let's let's do that, because we did already make all the way down here. We made a very basic kind of camera effect thing, though we didn't really do anything more with it. We've got this thing here. You might have seen if you follow me on Twitter, like I posted a little screenshot of this out. Right, this is it. This is all we have, right? In terms of the coding here. Pretty much it. So let's try and get this set up for all of the rooms in our daycare area. So I added in those cameras, but I didn't actually... We should probably like put a part down that we can use as a placeholder. I really don't like, you know, guys, how they got rid of the surfacing. Now, I know there's the orientation indicator that you can use to see which way it points, but I preferred the good old classic method of just putting like a weld on the front. I always quite like doing that, but I guess that's just not allowed anymore, is it? So we'll try and place this in here. We'll try and rotate this to roughly where I want it. I mean, we can play about with this later, of course. But where do we want it? We want it up in the corner here. Right, so it's roughly where that camera is. That's fine. So let's see, that would be... Maybe that's angling downwards a little bit too much. We'll bring it up just a tad. 15 degrees, is that about right? That's probably about right. And then I wonder... Because normally, if you were installing a CCTV camera in real life, you'd be trying to position your camera so you could see as much as possible. But with these cameras, we're kind of going for an opposite approach, because I kind of intentionally want to leave blind spots, which sounds a little strange, so it adds a little bit more suspense. That's kind of the thought. So yeah, we're going to have it so it's positioned so it's looking out onto the room, but then the actual hallway here we're going to leave as a blind spot. Bear in mind this hallway leads into here, where there's some babies, and you don't want these babies to get attacked now, do you? And then maybe you're going to be looking out the window, or there's like a hatch you have to open up, possibly. So we'll keep that there. Let's what's this camera location thing? Is that... Oh, that is literally the camera models. Okay. Let's rename the folder camera models. And we'll just have another folder just called cameras or something. Put that inside of there. Maybe... So we'll have this one here, right? Sure. I'm just trying to organize this for later so I don't get too confused with them all. I see Pie3 in the chat says, I'm going to learn Lua U today. I just came and instantly got motivated. Thanks. Awesome. Great to hear. Well, if you're getting started with Roblox development, I have my very own series on that called Your First Game. Might be worth checking out if you're new. Oh wow, super chat from Typical. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. hope you enjoy the stream. Right, so I know this is kind of not very interesting to see, but I've named all these models with the names of the room they're in. But I think I'm going to change that up and actually create folders for each room. And then I can put the cameras in each one, maybe. We could do it that way. Well, I'll tell you what. For now, we'll just call this. I don't know. This is like the main room. We'll just set up 1 or 2 cameras. We won't do them all just yet. And where was our other cameras? We had one in here. Yeah, so we'll place another one over there. Duplicate that. Bring it around. And that's another reason that I don't like the orientation indicators, because when you copy a part, you then don't have the indicator anymore. Welds were so much better. I suppose I could stick a decal on them. But then it'll annoy me later because I'll have to go around and disable the decal and everything. Right, so we want this positioned in the corner, don't we? Right, so that's going to be like there. Cool. And this is the cribs camera. And then we'll create another one. Maybe in the dining area. Yeah, we'll do that one. So we'll just have these 3 to set up with for starters. And we'll put it over here. So it's roughly where we set that up. I don't know why we messed around putting the actual models the other day. Because we're probably going to change these actual models. And it was a waste of time when I just want to use parts to set the position. So I'm not sure why I did that. I guess I just thought it looked good or something. Right, we'll name this dining. And I don't know, we'll move these camera models out here. We'll just name it camera locations for this. So what's this? Oh, this is the local script we had going on. This is pretty ugly. You are going to need a GUI setup for this. Now, I don't know if we actually want it to look particularly like Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not sure we really do. I mean, let's just do a little bit of research here. Bring up what it looks like. Yeah, because they have this kind of thing, which is like a rough map of the world overlaid with these camera selections. I don't think we really want to have it like... I don't want it to look identical to Five Nights at Freddy's. Kind of want to have our own thing going on. But I don't... I mean, the other way to do it would be... like you just have 2 buttons and you just flick between every camera. But obviously that's kind of annoying. So maybe it is better to have something along the lines of this. I'm trying to think of a good way of doing it. Of course, you could maybe have multiple screens that you have to look at. Would be kind of interesting. Legnas says in the chat, with your Tower Defense series, will you make a lobby? Yes, we'll definitely be doing that. Definitely be having a lobby system. I don't know if it'll be exactly like TDS, but we'll definitely be doing something along those lines. Thank you very much, Noob Dev. Tipped $1. Awesome. Takes notes aggressively. Well, this is more of a casual project, I'll say. We're going to make some very slow progress on this. It's just something fun to do on live streams. So I'm trying to contain the hype as much as possible. Let's look at like real life CCTV cameras. You would normally have like an array like this, wouldn't you? With loads of different cameras. I was thinking of maybe doing something like this, where you can see them all at the same time. I don't know if it'd be possible to set up something like that with viewports or something. When is the next game night stream, says Buffalo. It might be... Yeah, I'm not too sure. You see, I've got a few things on this weekend. We've got a... doing a swimming competition, actually. And I'm not sure what time I'll be back and everything. So, might have to see on that. The following week, it will definitely be on Sunday at its usual time. Yeah, I mean, these are real life sort of CCTV menu things. Because one way that you could have it is... If I bring up... There we go. Obviously, at the moment, I just put in this basic placeholder camera. But let's say that you had multiple monitors. And then you actually had to turn your head to look. So you had like one over here. And then you only looking this way. And then you had to flick around to look. That could be quite an interesting mechanic. If you're having to actually turn your head. But obviously we couldn't have as many cameras as we have monitors. Because I think we've got like about 10... monitors do we create? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we've got 10 camera models. So, and yeah. Christian Gaming says that would get annoying fast. Yeah, that's true. It would do. Hello, Lucidation Prime. Hello there. Hello, Joe25DO. Thanks for coming along, guys. We're just trying to figure out how to do our sort of menu, our GUI at the moment. I think for now I might just create some buttons and then figure it out later. So what's this screen GUI? Yeah, we'll just create some text buttons and dot them around, I think. I mean, I'm not seeing anything any particularly inspired by any of these just yet. Nothing really takes my fancy. Although maybe something like this, where it's like, you see all the cameras on the left-hand side. That could kind of work. Now, is there going to be a camera system like in Five Nights at Freddy's or those pixelated minigames? Well, I'm not that familiar with the Five Nights at Freddy's universe, I've got to say. So I don't know what the pixelated minigames you refer to are. Minigames. Oh, these things. Oh yeah, we're not making something like this. No, not at all. FNAF CCTV. Yeah, I mean, one and two. What was it 3 that had a free roam element? Was it 3 that was free roam? I've only ever played the first. The Bite of 87. Indeed. Gotta watch out for that. Yeah, we'll just put a few buttons for now and just actually get the system working. I think we'll have a different button for each one. Obviously, it could get a bit cramped on mobile, potentially. If we've got 12 buttons. That's why I was thinking of just having like an arrow that you flicked between. We'll add in a frame. And we're just going to chuck these on the left-hand side for now. Frame. 0.1 of the width. 0. 1 of the height. 0. Or maybe 0.2. And then we'll chuck these inside of here. size be all the width. And height, I don't know, 0.1 or something. We'll reset the position. Let's make this black. Add in it. We'll use the list layout. So then we can have a few of these. Maybe some padding would look good. And if you're on mobile, I guess that could work. Although probably it should be on the right hand side. If you're on mobile, right, you're right-handed, so it's probably easier to use your right thumb. That might be the way to go. We'll put it on the right-hand side for now. So 0.8 of the way across. Or maybe we could have them on both sides. That's probably a good way to do it. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll place this one on the left. And then what we could do, I'll just name this one left and this one right so I don't get them mixed up. And then we could create like a little box area in the middle. So it would sort of like be like we're looking at a really small little screen. 10.10. Make that fully black. And where's the Z index? There it is. Set that to 0. So it's behind. And we'll name that to top. I hate how Roblox is always changing the order of the properties. Just to make it difficult for us. Bottom, position that at point. Oh no, sorry, that was on the x-axis. 0.8 down there. Oh wait, we're only at 0.1 of the height. I guess that works. So something like that where you're kind of, you've got this little weird box thing you're inside of. And then we probably want to center these. Vertical alignment, center these. And if we got outlines, let's get rid of the outlines. No borders, thank you. People are talking about sister location. Yeah, apparently that one had free roam. Again, never played it. I'm not sure if we want free roam though. I was thinking because we might have babies who would be able to have free roam. And then the security guy is just inside his office. So you sort of have to work together. This is just bringing up game thumbnails. Okay. Kind of interesting. So I assume you kind of walk around the office and interact with things. And then at times you can leave. So that was another idea that we talked about. Is maybe you would be inside the office and then say, oh, I need to go and restart the generator. So then you'd leave the office and have to sort of creep around and turn on the generator in here or something, for example. Something we could do. But back to this menu thing. Maybe we don't want these to be quite so big, actually. Maybe we'll make these size-wise 0.5. And then we will center them. Actually, we've got too many. Delete 2 of them. I mean, it does feel a little bit like you're inside some sort of camera thing. It gives you a sort of square-sized viewport. What year will the game take place? Yeah, so I think it's in the past. I mean, I just threw in these CRT monitors as a placeholder, really. They're just a random mesh I got from the toolbox. But I think we might go for somewhere around this kind of era. Maybe like 90s or something. It's kind of an interesting point in time, right? Where you've got technology, but it's not quite ubiquitous. You certainly haven't got mass communication. You've not got smartphones. You've got a little bit of the internet, but it's not mainstream. But maybe we go further back, even sort of 80s or something. But yeah, kind of around that time, I think we will go for. Oh my gosh, Nemcode, I'm a big fan. Well, thanks for watching, Dino. Great to hear you've been finding them useful. Yellyman said, "Hey Nemcode, what are the animatronics? Different skins? Question mark." Well, in the Teddy game itself, I've never thought of Teddy as actually being an animatronic. So I don't know that they really have to be animatronics in this one either. Let's I guess these are all fine for now. We'll customize these a little bit later. I guess that's fine. So then in our So this was all our static effect stuff, which we did inside of a heartbeat loop. So, yeah, okay. Let's see, if we've got a virtual cam, then we were just setting the static to visible. But actually, is this going to cover everything? If we set this to visible now. Oh, okay, we need to adjust the Z index a little bit. So we'll give this a Z index of -1. So it's kind of behind it. Does that work? This kind of works, I suppose. Maybe what we'll do is adjust the ambience inside of the local script. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I guess that works. So let's put everything inside here in a frame, first of all. Or we can just make the GUI enabled and disabled, I suppose. I think you can do that, right? Making a GUI disabled doesn't stop the scripts from running it, does it? So we'll keep the static on all of the time. And we can just... Okay. So, local camera locations. I should probably lay this out a little bit better. We'll put it inside, we'll just get workspace dot camera locations. Oh, and this was detecting when someone sat in the chair. Of course, you could have like a... Now that's fine, I suppose. Although, let's not do this, actually. So we'll create a function for changing the camera. Local function. Change cam. And then we're going to need click detectors for all of those buttons we just created. And it's a little bit awkward because we could put some inside left and some inside right. So maybe we should... Well, I guess we can just loop through everything inside the GUI. Right, so for I object in iPairs GUI get descendants. Why is that underlined? Oh, do we not have a... I thought I had a variable for GUI, but I obviously do not. There we go. So we will, yeah, then we can just check if the object, if it actually is a text button, then we connect it into an event. KNR Studio says, please go faster. This is the fastest I can go, my friends. I can't code at high speeds in real time, especially narrate it as well. When I'm doing the videos, I've usually already thought about what I'm going to program. But this is me just kind of going freehand, really. And especially when I'm glancing over, reading the chat all the time. Very slow. If programming games was that easy, right, then everyone would do it. It's not that easy. You got to think about how you want to lay things out. So then we'll get the activated event and connect that into a function. And we'll call the changeCam function, and then we'll send the... Will it be the object.name that we'll send? I mean, at the moment, none of these text buttons have names. We should probably have like a setup cam function, which will then loop through everything inside of the camera locations. Camera locations. Let's I guess it's okay. So if we loop through every camera location, and then let's create a button, I suppose. Because we haven't really changed many properties, we might just create the whole button in the script. Or we could have like a template button. Someone says I should set up channel points on the Twitch. I don't know how to do that, to be completely honest. Although I might not be able to. I'm not an affiliate yet. I think you need to unlock the affiliate level to do quite a few stuff. So I might have to be a higher level. I do not know. Do not know these things. Yeah, we need to get the children for this. Right, let's have like a template button. Or no, let's do it. Let's just create this. Let's create the button from scratch. Local button equals instance.new text button. Because the only properties that we've actually changed for this button are just its size, which is udim2.new 0.50 0.10. should probably set them apart a bit so it's a bit easier to read. And then all the position, everything is the same, right? Oh, the position is handled by the UI layout. So yeah, that's fine, that's fine. And then we'll set the button.parent. Well, that's going to depend on how many we've gone through, right? So if it's even, so if I divided by 2, if that's 0, then it's an even number. So then we can put it on the left, and otherwise we'll put it on the right, I guess. Equals GUI dot left, else button dot parent equals GUI dot right. That's a bit messy, but we'll go with that. So that will create the button, and then we can say button dot activated, right? Oh wait, no, what are we doing? Yeah, because we're not going to do it like this, are we? We're going to, yeah, got it. So get rid of all this. Get rid of that part. Button dot activated. Connect function. Change cam. And with we'll send the button dot name. Oh yeah, because we're going to name the button. We'll make the button called... Oh, hello there, Rebot17. Your TDS tutorials help me a lot. You deserve this. Well, thank you very much. Really great to hear you found the series useful. There's a new video that just came out today, which you've probably seen if you're here watching this. Making the selling towers. And I made a mistake in the previous video, episode 13. A lot of people were asking about the place towers counter. But we fixed all of that, thankfully, in the new episode. So if you're wondering about that, it's all sorted now. Or hopefully at least. So we'll set the name of this button to be the cam.name. Why did I put 2 equals? There we go. Cool. And we'll make the text as well equal to the name of the camera. And so the change camera function, that'll be doing this, won't it? Oh. So the C frame will be the camera locations, and then we'll get the cam name and the C frame of that. Right. And then obviously we'll have some kind of reset cam function somewhere. Right, I mean, we're not going to use that just yet. Especially if they're going to always be inside of the camera area. Echo says, this is so boring. Watchers. Well, you're correct. Coding is pretty boring. I wouldn't argue with you. But people do watch it. So who knows? Who knows why? I suppose the slow process of creating something gives an aspect of interest to it. So we'll tuck that in there, but we won't be using it just yet. And all this stuff to do with the tweening. This is... Oh, that's where my GUI variable is. It's right at the bottom of the script. This stuff is messy. I kind of want to tuck this away somewhere. I don't know. We'll just leave it there for now. That's fine. So let's just call the setup cam function. See if is that actually working for us. So the first thing you want to do is set GUI.enabled to true when we run it. Oh, maybe having it set to disabled means the script doesn't run. I was wondering about that. Okay, so if that's the case, we'll put in a frame and put everything inside of the frame. I thought that might be the case. I wasn't 100% sure. We'll name this virtual cam and just chuck everything inside of this frame. Right, we can enable it and then we'll make this fill the screen. 1 0 1 0. Cool. Make sure background transparency is set to 1. And yeah, that's fine. And we'll set the GUI equal to script.parent.virtualCam. And we'll set that to be invisible when we start. Okay. So we run and oh yeah, we need to change that to enabled to visible. Dot visible, visible, and visible. Nope. What's wrong now? We have our GUI. Can I manually set the visible? Oh, it's because of this, isn't it? If virtual cam. If virtual cam. Virtual cam equals camera locations cam name. So that should be set. That should be set. But it's not. Why isn't that set? Hello, Game Behind Mask. Says, finally, I've downloaded Twitch. But, no one is here. There's other people here, but, you know, people are quiet in the chat, aren't they? It's not always the complete wall of chat that you get in the 1,000 plus viewer streams on the cursed Just Chatting streams. Oh, I see. We need to set up like an additional camera. Virtual cam equals, and we'll just set it to cam. Right, so whichever the last one we leap through is. Okay, so there we go. We've got our camera menu up. We still seem to have some outlines here. Can you see that? That's a bit weird. But yeah, then we've got our buttons. So we got cribs. Click that. Oh, those parts weren't anchored, were they? Dining, main room. Oh, that one was anchored. Let's just anchor. Are those parts not anchored or what? What's going on there? Camera locations. Ah, there we go. Anchor them. So now we should have dining. There we go. Main room. Cribs. That's pretty cool. It works. Groovio. That's not too bad, is it? We need to get rid of some of these placeholder. Oh, it's because it's getting them from. Why have we got so many buttons? Oh yeah, we need to delete these ones. That's right. So delete them. And yeah, then we only got a few buttons. So cribs, dining room, main room. Maybe there should be like a way you can move around the camera. So you could rotate it a few degrees. I don't know. What do you think? Should you be able to control the camera? What's up, Antalor Disappointment? It's kind of sad he has notifications turned off, but we are sure to tell him when he reads chat. What do you want to tell me? I'm watching the chat. Okay, so to control the camera, we would need to, when we set the C frame, to be able to multiply it by a C frame dot angles. But we need to get a user input. So yeah, we'll go about doing that then. Get the user input service. Not user service, user input service. There we go. And then this is really starting to annoy me. All this stuff down here. Where can I put this? Can I put it inside of the setup camera function? Right, set these and then... so that needs to be... We'll put this random thing at the top, I guess. Put that up there. Yeah, that's okay. And that takes that away, doesn't it? So, yeah, input began. Input processed. If processed, then return end. And then we'll see if the input dot... Maybe we should be using context action service for this, to be honest. But I guess we'll stick with this. This works. Oh, apparently we got a raid on Twitch. Cool. Where do I see that though? I see people saying I got raided in the chat, but it doesn't really say anything on the stream manager area. It doesn't say anything. I'd expect there to be like a notification or something. Who's Telecos? Is he the guy who sent the raid? It looks like he was just doing a Roblox Studio stream. So it must have been him. Right? The guy that said raid exclamation mark? Cool. Well, cheers, Telecos. Teletacos. 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 What have you been working on in studio then? If you're still watching. That's pretty cool. Roblox Studio is a pretty niche category, isn't it, on Twitch? But I think this seems to be... Makes sense to stream to here, I'd have thought. I see we are currently the top stream on the Roblox Studio category. It doesn't take too much, does it? That's pretty cool, though. There's some much bigger viewers on the game and software development channel, if you go on that. So maybe we should stream to there. But obviously there is the potential that would then get buried. So I guess we're fine here. Wait, what am I doing here? I don't want the input type, do I? Want the key code, right? If the key code equals... Yeah, I really think I should probably use context action service for this. But we'll stick with this for now, I guess. If it equals D, then we'll have like a variable for like which key is held down. Maybe something like that. And then we'll set that equal. Well, the input.keycode, can that only be for keyboard? You don't get key codes for like other weird events, do you? I assume that you can't get a key code for anything that isn't a key. I'm assuming there isn't any weird behavior that I don't know about. But we could just set key code to be equal to key down to be equal to the input.keycode. And then we could have another event for the user input service dot not input began dot input ended. That'll be the same as this. But then we'll set that to nil. And then let's just, inside of this heartbeat thing, print out key down. Does that work? Okay, so D is held. Oh, but whenever I like rotate the mouse, it's going to reset it. But oh, let's check then when the input ended, if the input dot user input type, we'll check if it's keyboard. And we should probably do the same in here as well. Put that over there. There we go. So now we've got A. Yeah, can you see that? W. Stop. D. So then if it's D, we're going to then, we can start rotating it. That'll work. Oh, I've lost my chat. There it is. It's back. Having cameras in kindergarten is totally normal. Well, to be fair, some schools and that do have pretty locked down security. Especially these days. They often have like keypad entry systems and all sorts. You don't want people breaking in and stealing your children. And it also helps them stay locked in. Ha 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 ha. You're not going anywhere. Someone can clip that. Right. So, go to that print. When we change the camera, no, inside of our heartbeat, I suppose. We'll do it in heartbeat, I suppose. If we have a key down, if it equals D, then are we rotating this or are we just moving it? We've got to rotate it, haven't we? So we're going to need like a rotation. Right, let's move this variable up to the top. We'll make that 0. And then like plus 1. Well, that's going to increase it quite a lot though, isn't it? We'll just do this for now, I guess. If that... Oh, no, we can't do that. We need to put enum.keycode.d .a. if statements like this always look pretty ugly in Lua, right? In other languages, you do like a switch statement or something, it would look a lot neater. I saw someone in our Discord saying that we really need to have switch statements in Lua. They would be nice. But one of the great benefits of Lua is what you've only got like 10 keywords in the whole language. It is so lightweight. It's beautiful. You've got if, then, function, else, end, while, for. You've not got many keywords at all. It is so minimalistic. You definitely got to appreciate that. Maybe we'll set this to like a really small, like 0.1. And then if it's a, it'll be minus equals. Something like that, I guess. And then we should probably have a maximum value as well. So like you can only rotate it 10 or something. If it's less than 10. And greater than. So if it's greater than minus 10 and less than 10, then we'll check what the key state is. Otherwise, it doesn't matter really, does it? We don't want too big a rotation. And so then let's apply this to down here, I suppose. Camera. Are we going to have... What is virtual cam again? We're setting that... Oh no, that's fine, that's fine. Camera dot cframe equals virtual cam dot cframe. And we're going to multiply that by cframe dot angles. And what axis is this going to be on? Is it going to be on the Z axis? Let's try that. Math.rad. Cam rotation. Let's see if any of this stuff actually works then, shall we? People are saying test it. We will test it. Okay. Dining. Oh, there we go. We can rotate it. It's not the Z axis we want. We want the... Is it the Y? Let's try the Y. There we go. Look at that. Oh, why can't I rotate back? What? I can only rotate the one way. What's going on here? Oh, we need an OR. Right, we need an OR. If it's less than minus 10. Right, is the OR we need, isn't it? So we hit the maximum. And oh, okay. We're not hitting the maximum though. If it's greater than minus 10, is it because we need to do this inside here? If it's greater than minus 10 and less than 10, oh, but then if it's 9.9 and then we make it 10. then it's not going to run next time round, is it? So instead, oh come on, name code. This is the thing with doing it live. I can't think very well in real time, especially when I'm also trying to talk through my thought process. You see, talking through your thought process never actually works because your entire thought process just devolves into what you're going to say and never actually into trying to solve the problem. So, we could have another if, which would be really ugly. Or we could just put like, let's put it inside of here, like this way around. If it's less than 10, then add to it. End. And if, oh, what's happened there? There we go. If it's less than 10 and if it's greater than minus 10. If, what's this end coming from? Okay. Limit, and then we can go back. Okay, cool. So that works. And I actually need to swap the keys around because when I'm pressing down the A key, I'm actually moving left. So let's just swap them around real quick. So D will be actually the way around. D will be, oh, we'll just do it like that. And that, there we go. So now I'll have the right keys. Yeah. D to go right. A to go left. Maybe I'll add in like a button for mobile. Like a little, just look like a little arrow or something that they can click and hold. That's probably the way to do it. It does feel a little bit slow, so maybe want it to be a little bit faster. But I don't want it to be super fast. So I might just try, we'll just double it to 0.2. I don't think we want it to be significantly faster. I think that's probably a good balance, right? Double the speed. We don't want it to be any quicker than that. Right? Because it's like you've got to slowly pan the camera around. And we might give them a little bit more range than just than 10 degrees. We might go up to 15 possibly. 15 in either direction. What is this part that keeps falling? Huh. 15. Yeah, 15 works. It's a bit weird because you can see my character still, I still have control of my character while I'm doing all of this. And then I think we should drop the ambience when we're inside of the camera. So I might do that as well. I would type game.lighting, but we'll be a good boy and we'll create a variable for the lighting. So everything is nice and pretty and a-okay. Right, lighting dot ambient. Wait, 70, 70, 70 right now? Is it? Since when? I thought we had it on something different, but I guess it is. So we want it, we probably bring it down to like 50, 50, 50 or something. Or maybe we could tween the ambience. Maybe that'd be a bit weird. We'll just see what this looks like. 50, 50, 50, 50. Oh, that's very dark though. That is very dark. Let's just comment that for a second. Play about with it in real time. That's quite a good way to do it, I think. And we were playing about with a slightly greenish tint before. I mean, what would happen if we... I mean, would these color shifts, do they make much of a difference? I've never really changed these. I don't think they'll make any difference while we're indoors. I think they're more to do with the sun. So they're not going to affect anything. And brightness doesn't really affect anything either, because we're indoors. So I think the ambience is the only thing we can really change. At least with global shadows and it being nighttime. If it's in the day, does that change anything? Not a lot, actually. Brightness. That barely changes anything, really. It is pretty much just the ambience that we have to play with. Maybe a blur effect we could incorporate that could like tween in and out. So you're never quite sure. That could be interesting, right? If this kind of like goes a bit like this. I mean, that would be annoying if it's happening all the time. But it could be like, maybe if you're losing battery power, that this could start to go out. And then it would just be like this until you sort of refreshed it or something. I don't know. But I don't think there's too much we can do with lighting anyway. Oh, that's a good idea from Argo. Whenever you change the camera, it's blurry and then it comes into focus. And then we could have it just slowly resonate between like 0 and 4, because you would barely notice that. I don't know if you can tell that it's currently tweening the transparency of the static image label. But instead of doing that, I might just tween the blur. That might be a better way to do it, really. Maybe do that. I mean, let's just stop the tween for a second. Let's stop the tween from playing. Right, disable that. And instead, we'll add in a blur. Blur effect, right, blur dot value, we'll set that just to 0. And its parent obviously to the lighting. And then we could use this same tween even. We could use this very same tween. And tween the blur property. And change it. Is it value? Is that what it's called? Is it just value? Oh, it's the size. Sorry, the size property we need to change. And the size will change up to a maximum of 4. Right. Blur tween. And then we'll tell this to play instead. 1.9 is how long we were making it wait for. Let's make it a little bit longer then. Let's try like 3 seconds. We'll set that to true as well. Okay, let's look. Oh, we said, where do we put value? Oh, size. There we go. Dining. Yeah, you can barely tell that's changing. But I think this is a lot better than using the transparency of the image label. I mean, I assume it is actually changing, right? Yeah, it is. It's very subtle. This is way better. Yeah, I like this. I still feel like we should do something with the ambience, though. It just feels a little bit lackluster to me. Maybe a green tint. I keep coming back to that green tint. Thing is, I want to have, especially if it's multiplayer, we need to have the lighting. So other people can at least see what they're going on. Because if I'm trying to set it up in green so that it's all like a night vision camera, well, not everyone else has got a night vision camera, have they? Unless I just started client-siding all of the lighting properties. Could do that. Color correction effect someone was talking about. Oh. Brightness. Now that's interesting. Now this is interesting. Oh. We might be onto something here. Could be onto something. That looks very, very grainy though. That's probably too grainy for actually playing with. But yeah, color correction's a good suggestion. Whoever suggested that. This is like an accurate representation of old dodgy CCTV footage, but we don't actually want it to be this grainy, I don't think. We maybe will reduce the transparency of that. The player GUI's, what is its image transparency? 0.6. What if we set it to 0.6 is probably about right though. 0.7, no, you don't want that. 0.6 then. It's got to be 0.6, I think. Problem is I've been playing about with all of the different properties now, and so if I now go back, if I hit stop, I won't know what properties I actually changed. I'm thinking we make it darker though. I think we should client side all of the lighting. And then we'll make these lights here. Are they point lights? No, they're spotlights. Right. Are they? Where are they then? Rusty light. Oh, they're surface lights. Why am I using surface lights? I don't know. So if they're off. Well, that's not even a lot of light, is it? But if we made it like a really harsh light, made it white, possibly. So now it'll look like more of a night vision effect. And then we'll set the lighting to be darker. Something like this. I think we want something. Maybe reduce the range a little bit. I quite like how that looks. Yeah. Do we still need this color correction thing? Because we could just set the ambience to be... No, we need the color correction for sure, because if we set the ambience to be green, then it's going to go all over the show. Okay, so maximum darkness on lighting. We'll use this color correction. Do we need to adjust this at all? Oh, maybe we'll make that like 0.1. Saturation. Does that make much of a difference? Barely any. Oh, -1's probably quite good, actually. To get rid of the color. Okay. We'll copy that then. And is there anything else we need to change? This is 0.6. We don't want this to be 0.7, do we? Oh, maybe we do, actually. Because although I like 0.6, I feel like that's a little bit too difficult to see. Maybe we'll compromise with 0.65. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll compromise at 0.65. Paste in the color correction. Make this 0.65. And then we'll add in the color correction. We'll set this inside of the local script because then we're going to have two different lighting systems rather than just parenting it directly inside of the lighting object. Color correction effect. Color correction. And we'll set the brightness to be 0.1. The saturation to be -1. And then the tint color to be, and we'll just copy this value. And then we'll parent it to the lighting. So we'll delete that. And let's see what this actually looks like now then. That's different though, isn't it? Why is it different? Oh, because the ambience is different. Oh, we need to change the lights. Okay. Okay, so ambience right down. Whoa, that is dark. So we're going to need to add in a load of lights for ourselves. And why am I using surface lights here? I don't really need them, do I? I mean, what is really the difference? If I used a spotlight, say, there's not really a lot of difference between these two, is there? And I put that on a... Because if that's on the same angle and all the same settings, is there actually going to be any difference between these two? I'm thinking there probably isn't. 23, and shadows. Okay, so disable it. And we'll disable all of the lights, and we'll actually do a comparison. Right, so let's turn the lighting down too. So this is a surface light. Are you ready? This is the surface light. Disable. Spotlight. Oh, it is different. It is different. Fair enough. Surface light ends up being slightly bigger for some reason. I think it is a slightly more pleasing light, actually. There is a difference between these two, right? I'm not going completely mad. That's a smaller circle, isn't it? There's not a lot of difference. There's not a lot of difference. Yeah, Creepsaw saying you can't see the pop-ups. Yeah, I'm aware of that. It seems to be just a thing with how the application works. It regards OBS regards any new Windows as being a different application. I could set it just to do my whole display, but it just means if I want to bring any other windows up on the screen, then that kind of ruins the stream. So I just keep it to Studio, and then it doesn't really matter too much if you can't actually see the all of the lighting. Right, so these surface lights, make sure they're enabled, and we're going to set them to white, aren't we? Set them to white. We're turning down the range. I can't remember how much we turned it down to. 20 maybe, and the brightness was quite high because when we've got all those effects going on, yeah, okay. There we go. This is about what we had, isn't it? That looks pretty good. I like this. Now we just need to go about adding this lighting for all of our rooms, don't we? This is good. I like this. What's this? Someone's suggesting we use a different color saturation. Let's just try that out then. So they're saying instead of using 47,255,33, use 60,255,33. Okay, what does that look like? Oh, slightly more faded. I don't know, it makes a lot of difference. I don't know. It's certainly more desaturated, this one. I quite like the harsher green one, to be honest. What was it again? It was I'll just copy your message. 47. Oh, it's a very subtle difference, but the slightly more neon one, I think I prefer. Yeah, we need to add scan lines for sure. I'm not quite sure. Okay, let's do some research on scan lines. So we could just have this kind of bar here. We can make that into an image label. And then we could just have it appear at a completely random position. Let's watch some YouTube videos of A whole playlist, look. You see, because obviously it's a glitchy effect, it's not like it's just a solid bar that moves, is it? It changes as it moves. Yeah, this is too much. We obviously don't want anything like this. More of a subtle thing. What's this one like? We don't want pure noise, just like a little effect. No, these are too noisy. Something a little bit more subtle. Oh look, Namecode is live, guys. Oh look, we could go and watch this. That looks good. I'd recommend. Oh, that is very flashy. No, I don't. What is this? 2-hour relaxing screensaver. What? Why does this exist? Do people use this as screensavers? What? Why is this a thing? Right. Back to staring at VHS overlays. We could maybe get a basic thing going, you know, just by... So let's enable the static. We will turn that... I'll turn this one on to visible. And then if we add an image label, okay, and we'll place this image label inside of the static, I suppose, and then make sure it fills it. And the transparency, like that wants to be 0.5, sorry. And that wants to be wood. And then just get an image with like some lines on. Lines texture. Let's try that, for example. And then I'm thinking if we tile this. So on the Y, it's like 0.01. Well, they can't see it very well, can you? Why can't I see it? It's very faint. Oh, it's inside of the... Hang on. Is it? It's inside of the... Oh, sorry, I've left my my browser up. Sorry. There we go. Now you can see. So yeah, this is just a tiled thing. And I was thinking if this moved about, then that could kind of create a bit of like a scanline sort of effect. Like that. Maybe. Something like that. I'm not sure. Is there any better images we could use? Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. Right, we'll set this back to 000. And I guess it's the question of whether we want this to completely fill it, or whether we just want it to be like 0.2, so it just fills a section. Oh, hang on, we want this to be... Well, you can't even see that though now. It's too faint. No, that doesn't look very good if it's like that. Okay, we go back to what it was before. Like that, and then just randomly change its Y position. Oh yeah, we need to disable the outlines. Very true. Border size pixel 0. There we go. That's got rid of that. Super. Yeah, this isn't ideal, but it might work. It might work. And then we can have like a text label as well. Oh, no. And this could have like some text, you know, like it's like a timer. So if it was fully transparent, and then we scale the text, set it to white. What would be a good font? A tacky font. Arcade, I guess that's probably the one to use. The thing is, everyone uses Arcade though, don't they? Because it is the font. So it looks kind of overdone. I shouldn't complain though. We barely used to have any fonts on Roblox. So I like that we have more than 3 fonts. But I would still like to have a few more. Oh, let's turn this off as well, so it's a bit bolder. I mean, these is kind of the other classic tech font. I might just go for this. The old like legacy Arial font. In a strange way, I kind of like that. I don't know. Arcade just looks... The moment I see Arcade, I just think, Roblox game. Even though it's just a Google font. Someone's suggesting sci-fi. Let's have a look at that. I'm not sure. Let's go back to our research. What did it look like? I mean, it's not really like an arcade style font, is it? Well, like, okay, maybe it is. Maybe it is, but it's not like the Roblox font. This kind of text. Maybe it has got to be arcade then. Maybe we haven't got a choice. I wish there was a way we could condense it. I kind of feel like it needs to be condensed. So we have a time. The numbers don't look that great. I don't know, I'm just not a fan. No, we better stick with arcade. Is there any ways to import your own font? Nope. Well, unless Roblox have done it on the quiet. Not as far as I'm aware. Okay, let's get this where we want it. So, this left thing, how far does this come into the screen? Point 2. Do we want this on the top left or the bottom left? Maybe bottom right. So we'll make this 0.7 of the way across. Is it 0.7? No, 0.8, sorry. Well, 0.6, and I'll make this 0.2 of the size. Wait, is the anchor point for this a bit weird? No, the anchor point's 0. Oh, never mind. And then we want it near the bottom, don't we? I guess that would work. I see people fighting over the position. Top left, bottom right, bottom right. I see Creepsaw is recommending the Ubuntu font. I'm a big fan of the Ubuntu font, actually. But I don't know it's really what we want for this. I see Creepsaw saying I could use a custom sprite sheet for a font as well. I suppose. Could be done, yeah. But I'm feeling a bit lazy. So perhaps not. Checkmate. Right, size 0.1. Is that a bit too big? It might be. Might be a bit too big. Oh, I realize why I'm getting confused, because this is placed inside the static and the static's bigger. That's why the sizes don't line up. There we go. I was all confused why it didn't work. Right, so that will want to go... Yeah, we'll just pop it down. Like that. We'll name this time. And then we'll have another one that we'll name like, I don't know, play. And the text will just be play. And we'll put this one in the top left. Point. And up, I suppose. That works. I know people have been sending messages about line blur and everything. Let's try and read it. Do white lines fill with blur materials. Then the other layer on top, which is also blur, do it on wide stretch and math random on noise. The arrays will represent the strength of the blur. You have to set the object pointer. So when you say white lines, what do you mean by blur material? You meaning having an image label with a blur image? I'm not quite sure I follow. But I get your general concept. I see you've written it in JavaScript as well. Constant. And is that the same thing that you put it on the Twitch as well? Oh, is that the same thing you said on the Twitch? Okay. I think this looks okay anyway. For our text. Text-wise, this looks fine. Is there any other like little random things we want on our UI? Any random bits of text? Well, having the play at the top left is probably more like a VHS thing rather than a live CCTV feed. So instead of saying play, it should probably say the name of the camera, right? It would be like CCTV room 1. Something like that. I don't know. Argo says, why is the rotation slightly off? It's really annoying me. Well, this is just where my camera is. I'm not quite sure what you mean there. Why are there babies in the cribs? So the thinking is you're working in like security here or something, and it's daycare, but it's also night care. So there's some babies that are staying the night, and oh no, it looks like there's someone creeping around. Right, you got to keep looking at the camera, keep checking on all the little babies in the cribs. Oh, the grey lines are slightly rotated. Are they? They might be. I mean, I just grabbed a random image from the toolbox. I think we'll have to go with it. So we'll name this room and like that. We'll make sure the text alignment is set to left. That looks better. And let's position this right and give it a little bit of padding. Like so. There we go. There we go. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Oh, battery counter. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, that's what Five Nights at Freddy's has. We'll leave that for now, though. We'll leave that for now. So let's disable that. And in our local script, we're going to want to change, when we change cam, we want to change the GUI dot, what is it called? GUI dot room dot text will be equal to whatever the room name is. Just cam name, isn't it, at the end of the day? And we're probably going to want to update the time as well. Well, we're going to need some kind of separate system for that. Okay, let's leave the time for a second. We'll just check this works. Oh, what's happened to my... Oh, I disabled it. That's why it doesn't work. Oh, we were gonna make the scan lines move up and down. And yeah, I see what you mean now. It is at angle. I can see it now. Yeah. We can see our text is changing. That's kind of cool. Right, let's make that thing. Can we rotate this a few degrees? Will that work? I see it's overlaying onto our buttons as well, which obviously we don't want. So we'll just change that quickly. We'll get the rotation of it. And it's just a very tiny, like 2 degrees. Oh, minus 1. Yeah, -1 is almost straight. So we'll go with that, -1. And we'll set the Z index back a little to 0. Okay, there we go. We'll make sure we change that once the game is stopped. Rotation, -1, and Z index 0. And now I want to randomly change the Y position of it. So where we be changing the what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we were doing that for the. Okay, yeah, we can do the same thing here then, can't we? GUI dot. Let's name this scan line. Scan line. And actually, we need to make this bigger, so it fills. It's not just 111, so it's like 1.5, 1.5. So it's got a bit of buffer zone. And let's change the anchor point now. So it's where's the anchor point gone? There it is. So we'll make sure it's actually in the middle. 0.50. Okay, cool. GUI dot scanline dot position, and we'll make it. Yeah, it's same as this really, but we're not going to change the X value. What does that look like then? That looks quite nice. I mean, it's not like a glitchy, noisy effect, but that looks a lot better. I like that. This is good. This is really good, I think. Yeah, this is coming together. So now we need to actually add lights into our other rooms and set up some more cameras as well, because we've barely got any cameras at the minute. But this is good. I like this. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the chat. Is this about where I want it? I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's a good effect. It's taken us a while, but it's good. I'm going to have the opportunity to have a nice drink. See, the yellow egg says the green color is not that good. Oh yeah? Do you want it brighter? I see Creepsaw suggesting we use bloom. What does that look like then? If we add in bloom. It doesn't make any difference. Bloom does precisely nothing for us. That's how much difference that makes. I don't know why it doesn't make any difference. I thought it would do. Is it because I've added it while the game's running? Let's remove it. And then add it. And then play. No, it doesn't make a difference. I'm not sure why that is. You would expect it to make a difference. But maybe like these other things override it somehow. I mean, there are a lot of things like that in lighting. Like how you can't use fog if you're using the new atmosphere and so on and so on. So it could be like one of these other effects doesn't allow you to use bloom. I don't know. And what was the other setting? Make it... people want it to be sort of whitish grey. Nah, we're staying with the green. Because the whole idea is it's like a night vision effect. Right, so it's a night vision camera, that's why it's green. Okay, so we need more lighting. Disable that. Oh, let's add a camera into our kitchen, see what this room looks like. Because I set up the lighting for this room to be, you know, for normal. So I wonder what it looks like if I add in a camera into that room with all the effects. That would be an interesting test. Where are we going to put a camera in here? On this? We should probably put it on this side. This side is probably better. Because on this side, it's like right in the way of the cupboard. Which is kind of dumb. Well, I guess we can move these cupboards along. What a big-brained idea. We could move the cupboards along. Oh, I don't know. We'll just never mind. Let's put it in that corner. Let's keep it in this corner. This is fine. Right, which way is this facing? Orientation indicator. Oh, it's facing the right way. Good. Something is going to plan. Okay, and we'll name this one kitchen. Cool. What does it look like then? Kitchen. Oh, that is very dark. We probably want to make that light a little bit brighter. And maybe we'll color it. That's better. That's better. Range. And maybe a bit bigger range. 180. 150. 140 range. Angle, sorry. Yeah, we want it to be a little bit brighter so you can actually see. You don't want to be squinting. Okay, we'll keep it like this. We'll keep it like this. Hit stop. And then we'll go and change it. Okay, so now it looks worse when we're actually in the game, but when we've got our other lighting effects set up, it looks better. Yeah, someone said we could add a flickering light effect. That's good. Yeah, we'll definitely want to do that. How many animatronics are there? Well, I don't know if there are actually going to be animatronics in this game, but obviously there'll be a few monsters. Definitely more than one, for sure. Creepersaur really wants us to use bloom. I don't think it's a good look, though. Because I want the color correction. Right, if we use bloom, then we get rid of all our cool effects. So I'm happy using I like the green night vision. Okay, so where are we going next with this? We need some more lights for sure. I might copy this light and dot this around a bit. And I was thinking maybe for the ceiling, although you can't really see the ceiling. If anyone was here yesterday, you'll have seen we were using these sort of, it's just a white decal. And you can only see when it's bright, but there's like this weird transparency thing where you can see the brick through it. I was thinking instead of just having white, we could have a sort of like tiled pattern. So it's sort of like ceiling tiles, you know, like you see in an office or a school or something. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Not like that. Like this kind of thing, right? Where it's just like a generic ceiling. Like this. And then we will like integrate the lights so they fit into the squares. Teletaco says, is that a viewport frame or a camera? It's just the camera C frame we're setting, that's all. So yeah, I think we'll add in like a texture for the ceiling. And we maybe even just be able to copy and paste this texture. Possibly. And we'll make this to be bottom. Oh no, that's like got a weird, it's like a grid within a grid. We don't want that. I didn't really notice that much when it was on the tiles. But that's kind of weird actually, isn't it? Yeah, grid texture. We'll find a different one. Is this one any good? Oh, did I not copy it? Copy asset. Paste asset. Where is my texture, please? I asked for a texture, and where is it? Excuse me, sir. I wanted to copy this texture here. Can I have this texture, please? Excuse me. Oh, it's because it's because I have the decal that's getting in the way. Right, yeah. Sure. Although because I did it in a stupid way, the ceiling actually extends onto the wall itself. I should probably redo how the ceiling works, to be honest, because that's pretty idiotic. Although thinking about it, no one actually sees the exterior of this building now, because no one's going to be escaping. So it doesn't even matter if we just change this to, would it be plastic? Or would it be... Wait. This one. Oh, that one's contained anyway, but plastic would we want? Or would we want like concrete? Maybe concrete. But obviously we don't want the... We'd want the transparency to be changed to like 0.8, so it's way more subtle. And make that white. I don't know about that. I'm not that big a fan. It looks a little bit sketchy. It looks too grid-like. I think it's because it's checkered, right? We don't really want the checks. That looks a bit rounded. What's this one like? Okay, this might have more potential. I'll make this bigger, 40 by 40. Okay, this looks a bit more like ceiling tiles now. What's CC0 textures? Is that the website? Well, you can get you mean like Creative Commons textures? Oh right, okay, right. I mean we could do. I'm fine just using this really. Although although okay, we can work with this. We can work with this. Right, delete all of these awful decals we had. Delete, and paste that into all of them. Oh, and we need to set them all to what color? What color is this one? Wait, they're all pearl, are they? The same? Oh no, okay. Set them all to that color. And all to concrete. Right, okay. Maybe. And then we can... Yeah, maybe. Maybe. And where's our lighting gone? There it is. I mean, it's not like you're going to be able to see the ceiling tiles anyway. But the white was kind of annoying me. What does this look like? Can you see the ceiling? No, you can't. You can't see the ceiling anyway. Okay, so that was a waste of time. But at least in my heart, I know that we haven't got that weird white decal anymore. In my heart, I know that we have a better ceiling. Right, so let's put some of these lights about the place. Let's do that. So we're going to want some lights in our dining room area. And I suppose ideally they would fit into like the cube, wouldn't it? Like that. Does that kind of fit? I think that's a perfect fit. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3, 4 will go like here. And we're probably going to want to reduce the brightness on these ones. Let's pop them into the right room in our massive, complicated folder structure. Dining, there we go. And let's tone down the brightness on these lights. Probably would be easy to do this once we have the visual effects applied, but hey. We can reduce the range down, I think, now. Maybe like 90. 75 even, just how it really... Yeah, that might be quite good. Maybe. Maybe. Kitchen. Dining. Yeah. Okay. You can see the invisible boxes. It's a bit too much light though. I think you're right, Echo. It could be a bit too much lighting. Or we could just try toning it down ever so slightly. We go to our dining, light. light, 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 light. Yeah, we will add some flickers. Maybe we'll just have one of them permanently off as well. Like that. Or maybe that's a bit too much. You probably want them all on. But we'll add some flickers. Just see if we reduce the range. 28. Nah, the range isn't really gonna. What if we don't want any less range, do we? Nah. But maybe we don't want one shining on each table. Maybe we would delete. Oh, no, that's not really what I meant to do, but okay. And if they were like in the middle of the room instead. And then with a slightly bigger range. So that you could kind of see. Nah, I liked it with one on each table is okay. Oh no, people like it in the middle, do you? People seem to prefer it in the middle. Okay. We'll go with the lights in the middle of the room then. If that's what you guys like. I'll take your judgment on this one. So let's move them over then. So they want to be over there. That's it. And I think we need to turn up. Do we need to turn up the range on it a little bit? I can't remember. Did we turn up the range? Or sorry, not the range, the angle. 85, so it's just touching the tables. I keep clicking kitchen by mistakes. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Because then if I'm stood here, look, you can't see me. I'm pretty much completely hidden. And then if I walk out here, only then can you see me. And then right beneath where this camera is the entrance to... Well, this is how we've done it at the moment anyway. We might want to change this. I'm really not sure about this. But this is where we put the entrance to this extra office. It's accessed from the dining area. I don't know. I want to give them a reason to... Maybe give the player, a reason to go into the kitchen. One idea that was given was having like coffee or something that they have to get to stay awake. Sort of like as an alternative to the battery mechanic. Like power mechanic, just to like keep yourself powered up, keep yourself sane. Let's add some more of these lights around the place though. Put them in the what's it called? What is it called? What do we call this room? Oh, that's the activity room, is it? Okay. I should probably know where I've named my own rooms, shouldn't I? Right, let's move them over. How many do we want? So how far apart are they? Are they like 5 studs apart? Oh, it's way more than 5 studs. Why did I think it was 5? 5, 10, 15, 20. Is it 25? Exactly 25? Yeah, it is. Okay, so then we could put this another 25 studs forward. And that'll place it there. Okay, maybe we'll move it back a little bit onto the next. Like so. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then we'll create another row. Further apart, like that. So they are 4 squares apart. And then that one would be here, right? Do we want another row over here? It's a bit awkwardly pressed up against the wall then, isn't it? Mind you, that's 2 studs from the wall, and that'll be... Sorry, not studs, but tiles. Yeah, maybe. Maybe like that. So if we go to our main room. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. And it's really very hard to see as well. It's bright enough that you can see, but it's also nice and dark at the same time. Spooky indeed. Let's maybe move these cribs back just a little bit though. Oh, I keep clicking. Right, all of these cribs. Is there anything of these cribs in that folder? No. Okay, so yeah. Let's just move them back a little bit. What about now? Main room. Yeah, I think I prefer it with a little bit further away. So there's a little bit of like foreground space. Okay, yeah, we'll keep that. And now we maybe see about some... No, let's do all our rooms now. Let's put these lights everywhere. So we'll have one in our... We should probably swap these lights out for our rusty lights for these ones. How much difference does that make? Does it make much of a difference? I'm not sure. Let's find out. So we put this in... where is our room? Is that the room? Okay. This is the cribs room. Yeah. And these rusty lights, we'll just drag them into server storage just to get rid of them for now. And we'll swap out. We'll put in these ones instead. Seeing as these are the lights we're using, it's probably the ones we want. Like there. Is that about right? Do we just want 2? It's not a lot of light, is it? Cribs. That's not a lot of light. So maybe we'd have a second, but obviously, yeah, we're going to maybe make it flicker or something, so it'll be less bright when it's running. I don't know though. The ones with the lampshades kind of had some character to them in a weird way. Now it all looks a bit too flooded with green. Maybe we'll just reduce the range on these ones possibly. Or the angle at least. Maybe the angle will just change. So it's 85 angle. What was like a 70-degree angle? That's probably a bit too contrived if it's... what like a reduce the brightness? And 75? That's probably better. But it doesn't look too great when you've got like really obvious visible patches of where the light goes, it starts to look a little bit artificial, I think, when you've got things like that. Let's keep these here. We'll disable them for a second. And let's just drag in our... Oh, not while the game's running, you idiot. Let's drag back our rusty lights. Right, disable these. Wait, why did that... wait, what? Control... Oh, I was holding shift click. There we go. Disable them. And... Oh, maybe let's just drag these into server storage, actually. Let's drag these in. And retrieve our rusty lights. Yeah, it looks nicer to have the... Even though it's subtle, just having the little lampshade thing. But it is weird. I'm not sure it really goes with the ceiling though, like the having lampshades everywhere. You wouldn't normally have that in a big building. Right, that's more like something you'd have in a house. Because the lighting is the same, right? This is a surface light. Is it the different brightness settings? Because if maybe we could just swap it out, the light, and just change the properties. Right, so that's a spotlight, you see, so that might be changing it. Oh, see, they are different settings. It's all different settings. The colour's different, everything. So that's 2 brightness, 180, 20. .180 angle. Oh, but it's a point light, so that makes it different as well. We'll try changing the range to 20 then. We'll just try this for a second. Delete these ones. Paste that in. Bring them back. Back you come, ceiling lights. And away you go, rusty lights. Back into server storage where you belong. And hang on. Where's the... What's happened here? Where is the... Oh, it's because these are surface lights, the range works differently on them for some reason. I'm not sure why. Wait, I've lost my textures. What's happened to the babies? What? That's weird, I just lost all the... Huh. That's pretty odd. Okay, that's better. Right? That's a lot better, I think. It's back to the more slightly dim lighting that we had with the rusty lights. But keeping the ones mounted on the ceilings. That works for me. I also wonder whether the field of view should change while you're on the camera. I don't know if it should be like a wider angled lens. Like 90. But then, obviously then you can see more, so maybe it's less scary. If you've got a greater field of view. I don't think we want to have a short field of view. Like 50 would be... maybe. No, I think 70 is good because 70 is still like a wide angle for what a normal person would see. Bye, Ivana Ladik. Thanks for watching. See you later. Wait, did I join Namecode's first live stream? Said Rihanna Cox. No. No, this isn't my first ever live stream. This is the third live stream I've done on Twitch. But obviously we do a game night as well on our over on YouTube. We've been doing that for a while, just like hanging out playing games with people on the Discord server. But it's the third sort of one of these dev streams we've done. And someone's saying, wait, is this live? If I was going to pre-record it, we'd have some better content than this, I assure you. This is just me tweaking the light properties for a solid hour. 10 out of 10 content. Someone was saying about their music. Yeah, I saw the message, don't worry. I might check it out after the stream if we have time. Okay, let's add in more lights. More lights is what we need. To the lobby hall, I guess we'll put them in. So maybe we'll have one here. And then we had they're every 25 studs, right? So that would be, we probably want them more this way. The lighting looks a little bit dodgy, but I'm hoping it will look better when we have the effects running. Wait, where am I? I think I'm outside the building somehow. Oh, we haven't even set up a camera for the hallway, so we can't even see it. Never mind. Let's set up more cameras then. We'll add these down here, down here, down here. And then we'll put one inside. One and another one right at the end. Like so. So we've got one on each end. Maybe. That might be too much lighting, possibly. We'll see. We'll grab this camera. Don't know why anyone would put a supply cupboard in the... Well, why anyone would put CCTV in their supply cupboard, but hey. Why not? Want to keep an eye on your boxes. Who doesn't want to do that? So... yeah, I guess that's fine. Right, we'll just move that placeholder camera out of the way. Okay. Supply cupboard. Oh, that looks quite good, actually. No, that looks fine. Yeah, that's good. Roblox Scripting God says, can you say hi to me and can you add me on Roblox? I don't normally add people I don't know, but thanks for coming along to the stream and watching. Hope you're having a good time. What's Gamer Lad saying? Try and add some sound to the cameras. I picked up some audio for panning cameras. Okay. Let's try that then. Add in the sound object. Where did that go? It disappeared from us. Where's our sound gone? There it is. Okay. Paste in the ID. Let's listen. Can you guys hear that? It's a very, it sounds very mechanical. We might be able to use that though. Okay. Can move, and he gave us some more IDs. Background noise, he called this one. What's this sound like? Oh, that's good. Just like a sort of faint ringing noise. Yeah, we can use this. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work up for like a good loop. And then he had one more when we change cameras. So is this going to be like a beep or something? Let's see. Paste in the ID. Oh, it's just like a little glitchy sound. Yeah, we can use that. And we never actually added Argo's suggestion of changing the blur when you switch camera. We were going to do that, weren't we? So we'll name this switch cam. Let's create a folder for these. Folder sounds, and we'll pop all these in. And this office, is this, where is this office? This is this office. Okay, let's pop this inside chapter 1, just to get it out of my sight, you. And the cribs room is this room, isn't it? Okay. We should probably rename it from cribs to like nursery room. Nursery. Let's call it that. That makes sense. Okay. Pop that inside rooms and move the office inside there as well. There we go. Lock. What's in here? Oh yeah, all these doors. Yeah, we're still going to have to rework the map a little bit. We've modified it somewhat, right? We've sort of changed how it is from the original, but we're going to have to change a few more things. I'm thinking about maybe taking this wall here and bringing it all the way down and making like a bigger, either making a bigger room here, taking out this back wall, or like making another toilets. Because one of the weird things about the daycare map is it has one toilet, like a unisex toilets. All our other Teddy maps actually have two toilets. Right, what we're doing. We're adding the sounds. So, hide these folders. We're not using this test area thing anymore, are we? Shall we just delete this? We don't need any of this, right? Not really. I mean, I guess maybe we'll like repurpose this tunnel thing at some point, but we can rebuild this easy enough. Maybe we'll just chuck it in the server storage. Okay, well, we obviously don't want the office. Right, this is just a free mod. Delete the office. And the dummy we can delete. And the base plate we can delete. And the chair we can delete. But this hallway thing, we'll just chuck that into server storage, right? If we want it. And sure, we'll put the Teddy in there as well. Oh, and the camera. There we go. You can all go in there. What is this window? This random window. We're just doing a bit of tidying up here. We'll pop this window inside of the office folder. And then this light. Where is that for? Is that for the kitchen? So we pop that inside the kitchen room. Our camera locations, we'll name that main room, and this one we'll name nursery. Hello, Cash Spare Change. Hello, Dad Jordan X. Hello, the Spying Dingo. We've got a bunch of new people turned up. Where have you all come from, guys? Welcome to the stream. So let's play these sounds when they switch camera and put in that effect. Oh, that's ugly, isn't it? Why is that so ugly? Why isn't that lined up? Very poor. Can we line this up a little bit better, please? Okay, that's better. Right, sounds. We'll create a variable for all our sounds then. Local sounds equals, and we don't need this thing anymore either because that was referring to our test thing. Sounds workspace dot sounds. GUI camera location sounds. Cool. So then we want to grab this sounds and find the, what is it? The background hum. We're just going to play that all the time. Have we set to looping? Set to looped, right. And then in the setup cam function, right, we can do it down at the bottom. Sounds dot background hum play. Cool. And then when we move camera, change cam, it will be sounds dot cam move play, and then we want to change the blur as well. So we're going to need a tween for that. Are we going to do anything fancy or just use a really generic, like a generic linear tween? Okay, we'll create a proper tween. We'll create a proper tween. Actually, let's just copy this. Right, copy this and think about how you want it to be different. So we don't want it to loop, right? So repeat count 0. We don't want it to reverse. Do we? No, we don't want it to reverse. Right, so when they first switch, we're going to set the blur. So the lighting dot blur, which we haven't created at this point, but we should have done by then. Lighting dot blur effect dot size, and we'll set that equal to 10. And then we want to tween it back down to... Oh, but we're already tweening this, aren't we? This blur tween. Ah. So we're actually... Oh, hello there. Thank you very much for the little super chat there from 0001. It says, don't know if you read chat, but love your content. Well, I'm reading your super chat right now, and thank you very much for watching the videos and such. Great to know you're enjoying them. Hopefully get something out of it as well. So, right. We need to stop this tween when... To stop the tween in order to do this other tween. Because we obviously can't have them both going on at the same time. So we could make that, we'll make this a global variable, I guess. We probably shouldn't do this. Right, you kind of want to avoid having a ton of global variables, but we'll just do that for now. So we'll say if blur tween, I think it is playing. I think it uses the same event as sound and stuff. We might need to check that, but if it's playing, then blur tween stop. And then we can create this like new tween for the, I guess we'll call this like a flicker tween. And that will be, oh, how long do we want it to last? Half a second? Maybe even less, 0.3. Ease in. And bounce. I don't know about that. Hello, Rexu, saying about the placed towers value. If you go and you watch episode 14, you will find that it is remedied for you. And oh yes, so we need to say .playback state. You are spot on there. So it's .playback state. Enum .playback state .playing. Thank you very much, people in the chat. So right, we'll create this tween for the. Let's just check that the blur exists, because I know it does exist, but it's a bit weird doing this when you haven't, it's not actually in the workspace yet. Just in case. Right, we'll do this. If blur, then. And wrap it like so. And then also we can just say blur rather than lighting.blur effect. Right, so create it for the blur. Give it the tween info. The property is it's just called size, isn't it? And we want that to be equal to 0. Are we going all the way to 0? Or what was the default value for it? It switches between 0 and 4. Okay, fine. Yeah, we'll set to 0. That's fine. And that's our tween. And so then we'll say, yep, stop the blur tween if it's currently happening. Then play the flicker tween. And now we want to wait until that is finished. Flicker tween dot completed. Wait. And then we can resume the blur tween again. So blur tween play. And although this camera sound, this move sound thing is very, very short audio. It's like less than 0.1 of a second even. So I'm not sure how well this is all going to sync up. But we'll try it anyway. I don't know why I was moving that. That's fine there where it is. Okay. Oh, that's annoying. I'm not sure how well you can hear that, but the loop for that ringing noise, it's got a little gap at the end of the audio. So it means it's sort of starting and stopping. But anyway, try changing camera. Wait, is that looping? Switch cam. No, it's not looped. Oh, I put cam move. No, we don't want cam move. We want switch cam. My mistake. Nursery. It didn't seem to tween there. I'm going to disable the background hum. There's probably another sound we can get for that anyway. It doesn't work very well on loop, unfortunately, because it is quite a good sound though. But I'm sure we can find another. So what's going wrong here? If it's playing, then we'll just print out. Print stop blur tween. Print play flicker tween. And Resume blur tween. I'll make this to be 0.5. Okay, nursery. Nothing in the output. Okay, but it's not finding. It's not finding that in lighting. Oh, it's because it's called blur. The class name is blur effect. The object's called blur. Okay, right. No wonder. Okay, click dining. Oh, is stop. Is it cancel? Is that the function? It's obviously not stop. Is it cancel? I think it might be cancel. I guess we could pause and resume it as well. We'll try a different thing though. Maybe like a... Let's try sign. And I'm going to change this to 1 second. It looks a little bit too smooth though. That's the... Wait, what's it now? With these two tweens, I think it's causing a bit of a problem. Because then this is going... Look what's happening here. It's going down from 9 to... Between 9 and 4, whereas we wanted to go between 1 and 4. These are kind of messing each other up. So that, yeah, that lasts 1 second. Set the size to, yeah, size 10, size to 0. But this is getting called multiple times, look. Play, why is play getting called twice? Right, let's just watch our output this time. I mean, it might just be a case of like setting the property manually when we finish, but right, main room. Yeah, stop twirt, play flicker, resume, blur tween. Kitchen. Stop, play, resume. Stop, play, resume. So it's okay if you press them gently. But if you if you start clicking them rapidly, that's when you're going to have problems. So we'll probably just need a debounce really. Maybe we'll just have a changing cam function. But if we put a debounce for this whole function, then the problem we're going to run into is the player might want to be able to switch camera really rapidly. So instead, maybe we'll just reset everything at the top of this function, right? So we'll set the blur. No, set it to 10 there. Blur tween. Where do we want to set the property though? I like someone said that it kind of works though, as it shows the cameras are old and they don't work properly, as they keep going out of focus. That is true, but it is an obvious bug if it's just by spamming it. I mean, mean, I guess it does kind of work in a weird way. But I think we should fix it. I think we should probably fix it. We'll just add a debounce. We'll just add a debounce, I think. Local switching cam. Right. If not switching cam, then equals true. Switching cam equals false. Although, yeah, I mean, there is kind of that problem of you can't now switch quickly. I don't think we should do that. No, we can't use the debounce. That's a bit of an ugly solution. Well, no, I guess we can use this like as a control variable, but instead of... Right, so we could say if switching cam, then... And we could like reset it. If switching cam, then end. And... Right, take this. Put that back there. So if this is in progress, if it's in progress, then we're going to want to set the size back to 0, or we will cancel the... Now, if we're already... Yeah, we want to cancel this, I believe. Oh, but it doesn't exist. We'd have to make that global. I feel like we're getting a lot of messy global variables. But if they're switching, then we'll cancel the flicker tween. Right. Kitchen. Nursery. Yeah, that works. That works. So it stays blurry, and then when you settle on one, it goes back. So there we go, we fixed it really. That's fine. And then it resumes the tween in and out. I might make it even more blurry, you know, rather than 10. Let's try 15. But then we'll make them wait. Let's not make them wait quite as long. 0.75. Okay, nursery. And what do we think about using the sine tween? What about something like a back? Like a back tween. How does that look? Maybe that's better, you know. So it's like blurry and then it just kind of like clicks. Let's make this a little bit less, 0.6. There we go. So now it's synced up, so the sound clicks on as the blur reduces. That's pretty good. And another thing I was thinking that we could do is we could grab that static, and when we're switching, where is it? The static, yeah. we could make the image transparency, we could reduce it to like 0.4, right? So it becomes, there's more static going on. We'll have to tween that, I guess, as well. So that would be the GUI.static dot was it image transparency equals, and what did I literally just say 2 seconds ago? The 0.5. Do we want to do that? Maybe we do. What if we just don't tween it at all? And we just do that, and we don't even tween. Let's get rid of these print statements. These are messy. And GameLad's given us another sound. Let's take that. Let's try this one out. Background hum. This sounds promising. And there's less... yeah, cool, we'll use that. So, where are we telling background hum to play? Here. So we'll play that. And give it a look. Nursery. Kitchen. Yeah, so now it's even more pixelated when you switch as well. Blurry and pixelated. I think maybe we should make the transition a little bit quicker, possibly. Or do you think that's about right? Let me know in the chat. Should there be a shorter pause between each camera? Because I feel like that's quite a long transition. What do you think? Don't say yes or no, because I won't know which you mean. Say longer or shorter. Or just say you think it looks good. Hi Rexu. I see you're talking about the place max limit of towers. If you watch episode 14, I will show you how to fix it. We do cover that in episode 14. Okay, everyone's happy with this, are they? Oh, try reducing the speed, says Guavs. I don't think I want to any longer. Or by reducing, did you mean make it quicker? I suppose you meant make it quicker. I think we're good with that. We're good. I see over in the Twitch chat, Spumgay said, I never knew you streamed. Also, your vids are super good. Well, thank you very much. And yeah, we've been doing a few of these streams recently. So if you're interested, if you like this kind of thing, then be sure to subscribe on Twitch and well, follow on Twitch, I suppose I should say, and keep an eye on what I get up to. I am streaming to both YouTube and Twitch, but in future, I might just chuck all of these over on Twitch. Certainly, if you want to watch the whole stream, I'm going to have the videos uploaded onto Twitch where you'll be able to watch them, but I'll just unlist them on YouTube. So if you want to access the archives, they'll now be on Twitch. The previous 2 streams, I didn't do that for. So you can't watch the first 2 streams, but you'll be able to watch this one should you fancy it. Okay. That's a cool effect. We've been going almost 3 hours at this point. I think, you know, we might kind of leave things here for today. We've got our camera system up. This is sort of roughly what I said we would try and do today. It's a good little bit of progress. I'm quite happy with this. We'll need to create a few more cameras, of course. We've only done 5 so far. And we want to have what? We've got 10 possible locations. Where do we want them all though? That's the thing. Oh yeah, we were talking about putting one outside and having a shed outside. We need to do that. And where are all our camera locations? We'll put camera models in... Oh, we're going to put one in the lobby maybe. Okay, well let's put another one around here. We're going to need some more lights. 25 studs apart, remember? There we go. Like so. Oh, and we were also talking about having flickering going on, weren't we? Yeah. And I still think might want to bring this wall across to make a room here. Because I'm going to get rid of these vents, for sure. We don't want little vents, I don't think. But I might make like an air conditioning vent that's above. Unless... well, I keep saying I want to have the players as the babies. But the one problem with having that is that then it just turns into another game of Teddy. Which I don't want people to be playing Teddy, right? We want them to be playing FNAT. Or, no, sorry, not FNAT. FNAT. So, But it needs to be multiplayer. That's the another thing. Right? Because if it's just single player, well, you know, single player would be cool and everything. But games kind of need to be multiplayer on Roblox, really. So I'm still in two minds, very much in two minds about that. Anyway, we'll place this part for the reception. Get this placed, make sure its orientation indicates on so we can see it. And that's going to be here, is it? About here maybe works. Again, it's like I'm intentionally putting it in a sort of a blind spot. Right, because you can't see round this corner. Is there another good spot, like here? Because if it was here, then I feel like you can see too much from this vantage point. So I'm going to go with this one. Yeah, okay. So one there. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And what are the other locations we made for ourselves? 1, 2. Oh, we were going to put one in the playroom. Yeah, I definitely want to do more with the playroom area. I think I want to revamp this one. But we'll add some lights in there. I guess we might as well just keep these going. We'll add these everywhere. It's fine. They're a little bit off center, but I guess that's okay. Okay, that lines up. That's good. That's good. And yeah, we'll pop some inside of the activity room. Where's that? Oh, it's loud outside. Someone having a good party out there. I doubt you'll be able to hear it with the noise cancellation. Sounds like people are having a song and dance out there. There's a cry of Oggy, Oggy, Oggy has gone out. Wow, what a night they're having. Wait, have I put all of that in? Oops, I put all of these lights in the activity room. I didn't mean to do that. These lights are supposed to be inside of the... Which room? The lobby / hall folder. Although actually I probably don't want all the lights inside the room folders. Probably what I'm going to want to do actually is put them all in their own folder. Because that way, if I'm doing like a flickering effect, I'll be able to access them all from the one folder. That's probably the way to go about it, really. But yeah, let's just get these in place. There, there, and there. Again, I'm probably going to change this room, but this is fine for now. Probably a bit too many lights. But if we put the lights in, then we can see what it looks like on the camera. And we were thinking in this corner, weren't we? Up here. Where's that gone? There it is. So this will be named activity room. Or, no, I guess it's the playroom. The playroom's a better name. Playroom. Turn that on. Fun fact. 90% of the viewership is with YouTube. Yes, it is indeed. But we're mixing things up with streaming on Twitch as well. Just adventuring out into the great unknown. It's a backup for when Susan decides she doesn't like me anymore as well. Yeah, that's a good spot. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cameras. And we probably want another one like here. Yeah, because we did place this one here, so we'll add one there, won't we? Duplicate that. Add on another orientation indicator. Chiraxu says, didn't know you had a Twitch. Yeah, I do, as of a few days ago. We're up to a mighty 138 followers. If you're in our Discord, you will have received a ping about it. I was trying to shill the Twitch. Yeah, that's good. We'll call that hallway. Okay, now let's see what all our lighting's looking like. And I think I've spawned on the roof here. Nursery. Cool. Supply code. Reception. Good. The angle gets a little bit weird towards the end. It sort of starts to rotate upwards. I don't think that actually matters. Playroom. Yeah, the lighting actually looks pretty good. I don't think we need any more or any less. I feel like the brightness is probably about right. Main room. Dining. Hallway. Now this is an interesting one because when you switch to it, you're always going to be looking right at the corner. So you're not really going to be able to see anything. So you're sort of going to have to rotate the camera. And even when you rotate the camera, you just sort of get a frustrating glimpse down the hall. So I quite like the location of this one. I think this will work well. Kitchen. There we go. Obviously, we'll want to freshen up these buttons at some point. We'll need to make them look a little bit nicer than this. I mean, we could just do this now really quickly. If we just select them all. And just do something simple like making the background black. Give them a little border of white. And inset it. Make the font arcade. Text color white. Text scaled true. Right, and there you go, we've got a very basic thing up. I guess we'll just do that. That works. I'll need to remember those properties though, actually, because we set them from... We just created the button in our script, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Button dot background color 3 equals color 3 dot from RGB 0, 0, 0. Button dot border color 3 equals color 3 dot new 1, 1, 1. And button dot border size pixel. What did we set this to? 4. I'm not sure what we set it to. 2. We'll just try button dot border mode equals enum dot border mode dot inset. Button dot text scaled equals true. Button dot font equals, how do you access fonts? Is it an enum? Yeah, enum dot font dot arcade. Button dot color text color 3 equals color 3 dot new 1, 1, 1. I think that's all the properties you wanted. Oh, background color 3. I set border color twice by mistake. There we go. And we don't really need the from RGB if we're just using black and white. Okay, there we go. And we are going to need to do the timer at some point. But I think that might be kind of part of the logic of our main gameplay loop. Because if we're doing like a, say, 10 o'clock till 6 a.m. sort of thing, then we're going to have to decide how long 1 second is to 1 minute in the game and all that kind of thing. So we'll just leave that for now. But I like this. Someone said it looks a little bit like Undertale. Yeah, you are right. It does look a little bit like that, I guess. It does look sort of like the Five Nights at Freddy's thing as well, though. If we, I mean, let's look at Five Nights at Freddy's CCTV. I mean, it's kind of similar. It's just that it's overlaid on a map, isn't it? Right? I mean, that's kind of similar to what mine looks like, just that the layout's different. But the actual buttons are pretty similar. I could do something like this. What do you guys think? Should I put a layout of the map? It could be done. But I don't want to like just feel like I have to make everything the exact same. That's not really the objective. But maybe. I'll need to decide what the actual map's going to be before I do that though. Because at the minute, I'm not quite sure what I want to edit. There's a few things that I think we want to change around the map. And if we have a little diagram down here, it might make it tricky for mobile as well. Because at the moment, it's kind of easy for, even if you're on mobile, look, like so. Right, you can easily click all of these buttons. But if you had some sort of like little grid thing in the bottom right, that'd be quite tricky. Someone says make it auto move. Yeah, you could do that. I suppose. That could be interesting. Rather than you having to manually pan the camera. Could be the way to do it. JT Games a Lot says, well, this is so surprising. I thought you'd just make YouTube videos. Lol, this is crazy. Well, welcome to the stream, JT Games a Lot. And I saw a Game Lad said he just wanted to play it so he could just click the buttons. Yeah, I've got to admit, it is pretty satisfying just clicking all of these. Who needs actual gameplay where you can just click buttons? This is satisfying. Oh, I haven't added the little camera move sound he made. Well, not that he made, but that he found. This camera move thing. I don't know how well this will work. But we could do that. Oh, we're not using this anymore. Let's get rid of this. What's this? Setting the ambience. Wait, we're not setting the ambience anymore? Are we not? Why aren't we doing that? I guess because we got all the other color correction things we don't need to. Oh, because we've already said it. Never mind. Yeah, we'll keep that there then. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we can get rid of that line. So how about inside of our change cam? No, where do we move the camera? Right, so we're gonna have like some sort of variable for, we'll have another variable for moving cam. Or maybe we should use the cam rotation thing. No, okay, moving cam equals false. And then if we change the value, we'll set it to true. And then else we'll set it to false. And then if moving cam and sounds dot cam move dot is playing and not is playing, sorry, then we'll tap the play. Right? Else, then we'll tell it, we'll set it to loop, I suppose. I don't know how well this will loop. No, we don't need to delete, do we? Or stop. Okay, so nursery. Oh, it's not playing. Why doesn't it play? Doesn't seem to play there, does it? We're setting it to true. If moving cam and It's not playing, so it should play. Is it playing? Why isn't it playing? We're getting a load of prints for play. So it's like that isn't being set, but is playing should become true when we use the play function, no? Good night, Richard. Thanks for moderating stuff. Thank you. Why isn't... Right, so printout is playing. Is playing. Oh, it's getting set to false immediately afterwards. Okay, instead of... Is it something to do with, like... Something weird to do with the key down thing? Well, if we just put the variable at the top here. And then set it to true on the condition of that. Maybe that will help. No, it's still switching between true and false. I don't really get why that is. Is there something I'm missing here? Why does it say false? The camera move... It's like 6 seconds long. Well, hang on. Let's just comment all this out. We'll just put this without the if logic. So we're not telling it to stop. Because if it's already playing... I can't hear it though. So I'm not quite sure how the play function works. If it's already playing and tell it to play again, does it reset it? I think it maybe resets the playing, which might have been our problem. But it keeps printing out true. What am I missing here? If moving cam, right, moving cam we set to true, and it's not currently playing, then play it. That makes sense, right? It is playing, isn't it? Or is playing a... Because, oh, is it the playing property? What is... What's the difference between these? Indicates whether it's playing. Returns true when the sound is playing. What's the difference between these two? Does that get a different result? No, that just prints out false all the time. I think dot playing is the one that... Well, dot playing is the one we can see here. Right, let's look this up. Where are we going wrong? Roblox sound playing. I think it is playing that we're supposed to use. I wonder if there's something going wrong with the loading, potentially. Right, Supernate 903 says it's the sounds.cam move it is playing part. Right. But then it says it's false because it triggers again. Oh, so we want to say else if not moving cam, right? Because we want this to be, we do want it to be false in order to set the stop. Right. That should fix it for us, shouldn't it? Is playing. Yes. There we go. Hey, that took a while, didn't it? Thank you, Super Nate. Yep, sorry, I forgot to have I still left my browser window open. There we go. I mean, it is a very creaky noise. But it works. It works for our purposes. It's quite satisfying. Yeah, it does sound... It doesn't really sound like a camera moving. Someone said it sounds like rewinding a tape. I'd agree it does sound a bit more like something else, but I still like it. Cool. Okay, right, that's enough for today. In a future stream, I think we're going to make some of these lights flicker, right? Like we could choose random ones to flicker, something like that. And then we probably are going to need to decide what to do with our map. And because we're definitely going to have one... I think we've got to have a monster inside here. We've got to have a monster inside this room here. But then, oh, and we said we'd have one in the outdoors. So that's 2 spots. But I think we need to find a 3rd spot. So where that's going to be, I'm not quite sure. But that's for another stream. So thank you very much for tagging along, everyone. Hope you've had a good evening. I've had a blast with you all watching along. So it's great stuff. I'm going to keep doing these streams, I think. It's really fun. All right then, everyone. See you next time. Bye.